This question right here is very interesting. What do you need to own Nullsec space? Very interesting, very good question. What do you need for it? Let's take a look. Do you need a Black Ops to own Nullsec space? No. But what you need to own Nullsec space is very deep pockets, because those fleets of hacks and those fleets of battleships, they are not paying themselves. No, what you need, the very first thing you need if you want to take Nullsec space is the means to hold it. So, at least you could get Hurricanes, like that's a minimum. But realistically speaking, especially if you're a smaller group, you want to have stuff like Nightmares, you know? You want to have stuff like Nightmares, Macarials. If your numbers are small, you have to make them up with quality. And they're expensive. And you need people to actually fly those ships. You need like people to hold the space. You need so many things. You need like diplomatic connections. But the very first thing you need is... I make this a bit bigger. To own Nullsec space. The very first thing you need, let's face it, the very first thing you will need is money. You need money. The second thing you need is people. Because if you have money, in theory you can replace people. Because you can just pay someone off to take the space for you. It's an option, you have it. But money is the baseline. How much money do you need? Guys, give me a ballpark. How much money do you think you need to seriously take space? Give me a ballpark. How much money do you think you need to take space? Like Nullsec space, like let's say a whole constellation. 20 billion, 200 billion. I am also just guessing. I'm gonna be honest here. CG Gruff is right. 250 billion is right. But that is just to take it. Then you need to cultivate it, hold it, so much more. You need structures, SRP. Well, SRP in brackets because maybe your members are rich enough to pay it themselves. And infrastructure, so many things, you know, like so many things. And if you want to really... No, we're not paying... Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just like literally rent, but like, no, like actually take it. If you want to seriously hold it, I think the 250 billion to 500 billion ballpark is right. This number right here, this is the amount of money you need to take space. And fun fact, that's the cost for not even, like, that is one Titan cost. You can either take space with it, you can have all this money and you can either take space with it, like all of this, or you can buy a single Titan. How many people do you guys think you need to seriously take space? Give me a number. Let's say your goal is take space, hold it, live in it, cultivate it. Let's say 5 systems. No, like actual real people, not characters, people. And we just assume by default that every person has 2 characters, so like 1 alt per person. Like 1 person and their secondary alt for PvP. 125, 420. 80 people. I think CG Gruff is right again. I mean, CG Gruff has experience of this, but I would even say 80 characters. But if you want to realistically call up 40 people to instantly be in your fleet, you will need about 100, maybe 150 people. Active people. people who actually log into the game like once a week and play the game. You need about 100, 150, 200 people. Let's say 100 to 200. Because not all of those people are gonna always be there. And sometimes you just need people instantly. But there's one thing that you need more than any of all of those above if you want to take your own Nullsec space. There's one thing you need more than any of the things above. And you wanna know what that is? The one thing you need more than any of the things above entertaining, fun. I would say none of those. You need the ability to get beaten up and just say, hey, I just lost every single penny I owned. Half my friends just left me because I was stupid. I'm just gonna keep going. You know what? We fucked up majorly. Our Titan just jumped and got killed by a single saber because he went AFK. We just had our whole fleet get killed. Our whole fleet just got killed by 5 frigates. You know what? Tomorrow, we do this again. You need resilience. That's the thing you need. Yeah, and also like fun, time, and so on. Like all of those things. But you need to be able to just... No, I would never do something like this. No. Don't think like this. Don't think like this. No, don't say this. That this never happened to me. No. No. But I think this is a very interesting point. This is a real interesting point. Realistically speaking, you need all of those things. If you want to take space in Nullsec, all of those things, you need them. There's really no way around it. That's the bare minimum. And I think if you got more of those groups, if you got more of those like 100, 200 people groups in the game that just own like 5 systems and they keep fighting their neighbors and they're able to live decently, I think that would be a really good improvement to the game. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe the changes are gonna have the effect that people like goblins and... I mean, I also got to talk about my own coalition. Like, if people like goblins, Asher, if they just decide, hey, we don't want you here, there shouldn't be an incentive for people to just go ahead and take over the whole game. There shouldn't be an incentive like that. If it was more of those 100, 200 people groups, it would be a lot more exciting. Realistically speaking, this is more fun than 10,000 people killing each other in a system at 10% speed. That's a reality. You're gonna say this, but don't forget, goons were like... From what I was told, 10 years ago, goons were basically very similar to what PH is today. So don't forget that part. It changed. But people always change. Maybe Goblins is gonna wake up tomorrow and gonna be like, all my renters, they're gonna live now for free. All my renters are now your best friend. You keep the system. Keep here you go, take the system. Live there. Be happy. Goblins wakes up. Like just like, take the system, live there. You're gonna have a free-for-all between all our renters. All our renters are gonna have a free-for-all. Gonna be a... You're gonna have mining corporation fighting a ratting corporation. The Ishtars are going to war against the procurers. Go for it. But yeah. This right here is What I think is the minimum to hold space.